Ezra 6:15, the second part. In this video, I'd like to talk about the number 6 here because it allows an opportunity to talk about the relationship between Hebrew and Aramaic, which, as most viewers know, is the background of biblical Aramaic for biblical interpreters, this comparative method for learning biblical Aramaic. We have a very similar expression in the Hebrew part of the Hebrew Bible in year 6 in 2 Kings 18:10. So here we can see that whereas the first letter in the Aramaic word for 6 is sheen, just like Hebrew, it's the second letter that's different between the two. And we have said that this is because in the transfer through time of Protosemitic sounds through various daughter languages to the Aramaic of the Bible and the Hebrew of the Bible, there were various sound changes. Now, this study of different Semitic languages has a discipline. It's called Comparative Semitics. And in Bennett's work here, there's actually a chart that shows the word for 6 in many Semitic languages. So starting from the top, this is Akkadian, Ugaritic, Hebrew, Phoenician, and we come to AA, which is his abbreviation for Achaemenid Aramaic, which is the Imperial Aramaic that is around the era of the time of Biblical Aramaic. Now, the form that he shows for Achaemenid Aramaic looks feminine. We remember the chiastic gender concord situation of the numbers 3 to 9 in Hebrew and Aramaic mean that what looks like is feminine is actually the basic form, the masculine. This is not attested in the Bible, which is why we have shate in Ezra 6:15, but this is the reconstructed vocalization. Now, speaking of all this reconstruction, there's also reconstruction of Proto-Semitic. And one of the areas where this field is sort of on the surest ground has to do with the numerals. And we can turn to Weniger's article on reconstructive morphology and see he has this chart of the numbers 1 through 10, and they reconstructed Proto-Semitic words that then devolve into the daughter languages. And if you look closely on the screen, you can see different transliteration systems at work between these two sources, the columns on the right and Weniger's source. But the idea here is merely to show that there are systematic correspondences between what we believe were Proto-Semitic words and the languages that came from them, such as the Hebrew and the Aramaic of the eras that are attested in the Bible. So we go back to Ezra 6:15.